everyone, welcome back to the Crisis Room, where we show live historical footage of a crisis and response, and analyze it, all while learning what actually happened at the time. I'm your host Ryan, and let's get our crew into the time machine. Oh, this just in. There actually isn't a response, only freedoms. We're analyzing the crisis of the compromise of Egypt's freedoms as they're happening. Let's pick up our crew and get them into the time machine. So we look at the two main freedoms that are compromised in Egypt. Freedom of media and freedom of religion.
Sir, the polls are in. People are mad at us. With the terrorist attacks, trust is at an all-time low. And the journalists from other countries are reporting bad things about us.
Oh, don't worry. Let me cook. Get me a beer.
Sir, that's haram.
Not as haram as what I'll do to you if you don't get me a beer.
Okay, sir. Give me 5 minutes.
2 very boring minutes later.
Who's this?
This is Peter Grass. He worked with these terrorists, and he is working with anti-Egypt propaganda.
Are you actually working with the terrorists? Because if not, it could cause a crisis.
I'm not stupid. I am placing him with the blame, and he will not be able to report on us if he is in jail.
What about his court case? I guess we could just delay it and he's in jail. Either way.
Good idea.
Here, this is one of our biggest cases of freedom of media being restricted. They falsely accused Peter of crimes to stop him from reporting on them. This picture signifies his court case and how he was treated. He was treated poorly and was not given medical care. Let's take a look at one of the last Jewish synagogues in Egypt, the Ben Ezra synagogue, which can help explain the poor freedom of religion in Egypt. But this time, we're bringing back Edgar for historical interviews! So, Ryan, please, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to see my family. I have kids.
If you do this, and maybe if I'm feeling generous, we'll let some of them live.
No! No! Okay, hello there, Rabbi, how is your day going?
Ooh, the people here harass us all day. And no new people come in. It is one of the last synagogues left in Egypt. And there are only 20 Jewish people in Egypt.
Okay, do you believe the government is enforcing freedom of religion?
Of course not. This image, a building, is proof of that. The government does not allow the building of new temples and new synagogues, and we aren't allowed. We are oppressed and executed every day. The buildings are now tourist attraction. That President, Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, and all the previous presidents are ruining everything for us.
Interesting. Is there anything now you want me to ask?
Ask him how it's like converting from Islam and how they bypass the Constitution.
That's what he said. Answer then, please.
Basically all the time. We see people trying to convert to Judaism and Christianity, but the government takes them and they disappear forever or take ages in jail. They bypass the Constitution by saying we are practicing extremism. They made us migrate out of here in 1956. That's why there's so few of us left.
Cool, can I please see my family now? Huh? Oh! No. Anyways, what can be seen is that Egypt is not good at all at enforcing freedom of religion. And in fact, they seem to be clearly actively harming the people who worship other religions. Now I understand that while Edgar maybe have differing views, ignore his cries, everything is fine. Let's get our crew to see Omar Ishraf and Dar El Adel, who have not met in real life. There's a fiction and all have been used for educational purposes only. Do not take the scene wrongly and assume this happened. Let's see their new comics and how they're doing.
Della, have you finished that new comic of yours?
Yeah, it's magically behind us. Wow, I wonder, can you explain what this image signifies? Also, my daughter recently turned 12. Should I get her married off? No! She's too young! The point of the art piece is preventing the sellings of daughters. New laws introduced actually incentivized it, you piece of Now the families get even more money for basically selling their daughters to slavery. This is wrong. The comics show that the women are sold as slaves in the sense. The government made a law that forces people to pay more for their wives, but this only benefits the sellers, not the wives. Oh, my bad. My comic shows that the government is making bad decisions that don't benefit their people. What does this have to do with freedom of media or freedom of religion? Marriage falls on the freedom of religion, and the government's choosing not to help us. What about you? They're selling their assets to other countries. A crisis happened! If only someone would respond! After this event, Omar Ashraf disappeared, and he was never seen again. This was a violation of freedom of media. The government locked him up because of the cartoons he drew. For if drawing a cartoon can get you disappeared, is there really any way to trust their government? Finally, for our last segment before the analysis, let's get Edgar to check out a protest that'd be a good message with a bad outcome in historical interviews! Can I leave now? No. Sir, what do you think of the protest happening here?
Who the hell are you? Go back to your place behind the line.
Answer, please.
I'm okay. The protests are against our rules, are against the police.
How are you responding to this? By blocking social media?
Yeah, how did you know?
Doesn't matter. What do you think of blocking media?
It's perfect. We can lock up everyone who disagrees with us.
Now, can I please leave now? Sure, buddy. Anyways, now that we've seen all these images, let's move on to the best part of the episode, the crisis, freedom analysis! The Egyptian government had not allowed people to marry whoever they want and be whatever religion they wanted. This was a violation of their freedom of religion, so the people protested, which caused the government to block social media, a violation of freedom of media. In turn, many people made fun of the government at different times, and the government arrested all of the people they could, including Peter and Omar. The other religions are locked up and punished, and if you switch from Islam, you are most likely going to be arrested or killed. That's a crisis, freedom! I'm Ryan, and you just saw a crisis to do with freedoms! Stay tuned for the next episode to do with, I don't know, I'm not really doing anything. Yep. What did he send me? Last I know, I was talking with the president of Egypt. Oh God, what year is it? Say what year? Huh? What year is this? It's 2001. 2001. Okay. That's interesting. Month. September. Oh, crap. That's a big deal, man.
Who the hell are you? Go back to your...